Welcome to Toffee TV. It is Wednesday the 21st of March. The news today, Mason Holgate has pulled out of the England under-21 squad. He is to have a minor operation on an ankle injury. Mason, I think, has had a really good season this season. He's had, played quite a few games at centre-back where I think he probably sees himself going forward. Didn't do that much wrong. Didn't have a great game against Tottenham at Wembley and didn't have a great game against West Bromwich Albion at home. But other than that, I thought he'd done really, really well and proved that he can be considered in that, centre-back berth. I mean, many people spoke about, was he physically strong enough to play that role? But he's a really good defender. He's athletic. He's good on the ball. He could bulk up a bit, of course he could, but for me, he's definitely a big, big prospect for us. And obviously the injury probably come at a frustrating time. Interestingly, Everton haven't put any kind of time scale on his recovery, so we're not sure at this moment whether it finishes his season or whether we're talking 2 or 3 weeks recovery and then, back for the last, 3-4 games of the season. Because I think, although I'd like to see a settled side between now and the end of the season, I think for Mason, it'd be good to get him a couple of games towards the end of the season just to keep him ticking over as we go into the summer. But we'll have to wait and see what Sam Allardyce does in terms of that. But I think Mason Holgate can look at this season and think he's had a good season. It hasn't been a great season for Everton, of course. It's been a really strange season, I think. I think for one that started off so promising in the summer and the first 2 games, we got 4 points off the first 2 games. A home win against Stoke and a draw at the Etihad against Manchester City. It just went, didn't it? Nosedive very quickly. But for the likes of Holgate, I think personally he can look at it and think it's been a good season, a good developmental season for him, and one that he can take forward in his career. So get well soon, Mason. And let's get you back before the end of the season. Another player who is recovering from an injury is Henry Onyekuru. The Nigerian striker has filmed, or hasn't filmed himself as he wasn't running around with a GoPro. There's some footage today of him kicking a ball at Finch Farm and doing a bit of jogging. Injured himself playing for Anderlecht, and there was a lot of stories around that he was going to have an operation and that will be his season and potentially his World Cup over. He came back to Everton. Everton had a second opinion on the injury and it was thought that he didn't need surgery. It was just a case of rehabilitation, and it looks like that is the right decision at the moment. He's still obviously in England training. It's unclear whether he's going to go back over to Anderlecht for the final few games and play. I should imagine Nigeria are going to want to see him play some games before they pick him in their World Cup squad. We need him to be in their World Cup squad if we're to get a work permit for him for next season. Obviously, he's very quick, can play off the left-hand side. So again, it's giving us options in those forward areas where you need it. He was having a decent season at Anderlecht. He played 28 games in all competitions and scored 10 goals for them playing off the left wing. So, he may have been on target for getting 20 goals. He got injured early January. Maybe certainly upwards of 15. He got 22 last season. So he's a lad who knows where the net is, but hopefully that he can get himself fit for that World Cup, because we do need him to play for Nigeria if we're to get, a successful work permit for Henry. One player who went out on loan in January but isn't having a great time of it is Kevin Morales. Reports in Belgium today that Olympiacos aren't going to keep him, basically because they've not been impressed with his performances. It was even nicknamed the Invisible Man, apparently, last week by some of the Olympiacos journalists and fans. So, listen, we know what Kevin is like here. He's got a lot of ability, but too many games just come and go and you don't see him. And obviously, I thought when he went back to Olympiacos, I thought this will probably be a little kickstart he wants, back in there, over there where he's comfortable. The fans, the reception he gave him was incredible, and I thought he'd do really well, but not to be. And the reports in Belgium today linking him with a move to Standard Liège in the summer. I don't think he's got any future at Goodison Park. So be interesting to see where he ends up in the summer. Everton linked today with Colombian left-back, Boca Juniors left-back Frank Fabra. Very pacey, powerful left-back, 27 years of age. Looks likely to be going to the World Cup with Colombia in the summer. Report out of Colombia saying that an English club, Everton, have made contact with him and look very, very keen on taking him. Also, there's Napoli accredited with an interest in the player as well. But apparently the player fancies a move to the Premier League. So we'll have to wait and see on that. I mean, listen, these links, you just go like that because you don't know how much is in them and how much isn't. You know, Rodrigo, the Spanish striker we were linked with for £35 million as well. And you're looking and thinking, you know, yesterday and today, big stories of Marcel Brands, the director of football, coming in the summer. So, you know, talks of Paulo Fonseca again today. Those stories hotting up. So who's after Frank Fabra? Steve Walsh, is he going to be here? Marcel Brands comes in. Sam Allardyce, does he like Fabra? Is he going to be here? Fonseca. So loads of things up in the air at the moment, but I'm just bringing you the links. That's about it. That is about it. It's an international week. So not much around, but there you go. There's the news for today. If you haven't subbed to us, please do so. It takes a second. And if you want more videos, join us on Patreon. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow on Toffee TV.